surprised how few views the previous review got. Nevertheless, I'll be referencing it since I explained there how the 106 zero level was formed and why it's currently the most important. So it's been a few days since the last review on the channel. What do we see? All-time high. Bitcoin is supposed to skyrocket vertically after reaching it, but that's not happening. This isn't just a bearish signal, it's a major red flag for the continuation of the bull trend. At least right here. Let me explain with some examples. The year 2021, it was precisely by looking at the all-time high and Bitcoin's behavior after reaching it that I saw the market reversal twice. The first time was in April 2021 when, upon reaching the all-time high, Bitcoin didn't shoot up vertically but instead dropped down and formed a descending wedge. This led to a significant correction, to put it mildly. The market dropped by 50% back then, and that's just Bitcoin. Then it recovered, reached a new all-time high, and failed to break through it twice, which led to the crypto winter. Let me show you how breaking through an all-time high happens in a healthy market. Here's the high, its breakout, and in a healthy bull market, there is a vertical surge. This surge happened in November 2024. This isn't a chart from 2018, 2017, or 2020. No, this happened at the end of 2024 all-time high, its breakout, and the vertical surge. That's how strongly the market reacts to breaking through an all-time high. For the past 2 years, I've been trading on the Bybit exchange. It's the #1 platform in terms of trading volume and liquidity. That means your orders will be executed here at the best prices and with minimal slippage. Just from this alone, you'll save several $100s a month compared to trading on any other exchange. In addition, the fees here are low, and if you register using my referral link in the description, you'll receive a bonus ranging from $50,000 to $30,000, depending on the size of your deposit. Go to the link in the description right now. Then click this button and see the size of the bonus you'll get for registering. On average, my subscribers receive about $100 for registering on the Bybit exchange. But if you have a large deposit and the corresponding trading volume, you can receive up to $30,000 as a bonus. The link is below. Register, it only takes a few minutes. The market is weak, maybe it won't fall that seriously after a weak breakout of the all-time high, but at the very least pay attention to the middle of 2024 as well. Back then, they also tried to break through the all-time high and did break it, but so weakly that it led to a correction plus to significant volatility. Yes, not by 50%. Yes, at one point it was down 33% in a single day, and then it hovered steadily, give or take around minus 25%. Nevertheless, that's a significant correction with high volatility. Anyone trading futures on a large time frame got wiped out in one direction, then in the other. In other words, it was quite a meat grinder. And right now, it's exactly the same situation after breaking through the all-time high. Bitcoin isn't taking off upward. If you thought that only last year, or in 2017 or in 2020, after breaking through the all-time high, there would be the expected vertical takeoff, and that now it won't happen because Bitcoin is digital gold, because big capital has entered the market. It's very difficult to move the market by a factor of 2 now. In part, you would be right, but I just showed you an example where a strong market, literally at the end of last year, soared vertically after breaking through the all-time high. When there was weakness, when there was an attempt to break out of the all-time high without a vertical surge, it all led to unfortunate consequences. As the first point. And secondly, just look at gold. Right now, it is at its all-time highs. But here you need to look at the larger time frames, like weekly or monthly. In general, gold moves in a way that's technically very similar to Bitcoin, also forming parabolic moves. Then there are some corrections, pullbacks from the parabolic rises, some triangles, and so on. So the chart here is very similar to Bitcoin's. And how did it break through the all-time high in a strong market? Vertically. It simply accelerated its trend and posted a plus 62% gain. And for a moment, keep in mind that the gold market is significantly larger than the Bitcoin market. Take note of that. When breaking through the all-time high in a strong market, the asset soars vertically. This is exactly what happens with Bitcoin or commodities like gold. Why? I won't explain it now, but there are a huge number of factors that contribute to this, in particular FOMO. Everyone who is out of the market starts buying up crypto en masse at the very top, or in this case, crypto or any asset in general. Just like with gold, sellers start postponing their sales. In other words, supply decreases. The imbalance between supply and demand leads to price growth. In general, the continuation of an upward trend by itself, especially with high volumes, can accelerate the trend. And overall, there are also a number of fundamental reasons. That's exactly how the market works. But right now, there is no acceleration. Moreover, it's not just that there's no acceleration here. When we broke through the all-time high, we saw a bearish engulfing pattern and hit a support level. For several days, the bounce from the support level was very weak. Look at how quickly and sharply the price approached the support and how weakly it bounced off it. It formed a lower high, pressed up against the next support level exactly, 106.0, which I mentioned in the previous video, and formed a descending triangle. Moreover, here it is the uptrend and it has been broken. That's it. In other words, you can forget about growth, at least for the near future. If I were holding Bitcoin right now, I would have exited. But I wasn't holding Bitcoin anyway. I was fully invested in Ethereum, and I've already explained why. Lately, I've been watching how altcoins are performing against Bitcoin. They are at the bottom. Right now, it's a good opportunity to invest in altcoins because they are, well, not at their all-time low against Bitcoin, of course, but close to it. Moreover, I also looked at the Ethereum chart relative to other altcoins. It was actually at its all-time low. So, at a time when all altcoins in general are close to their historical lows, Ethereum compared to other altcoins was truly at its all-time low. And Ethereum isn't just some random shitcoin that everyone will forget about, it's the number 2 coin. This is a coin that also has ETFs. This is also a coin that institutional investors are watching, and this is also a coin with a limited supply. Not like Bitcoin, where there's a cap on the number of coins issued, there's no such limit here. But if you look it up, you'll see that about as much Ethereum is minted as is burned. In other words, the amount of Ethereum, the supply of Ethereum, isn't really increasing. All of this together is a very strong fundamental indicator for long-term purchases and an excellent speculative entry point on spot. So I was fully invested in Ethereum. I bought it at the bottom at 1,750. Not at the absolute lowest point, of course, but this was an excellent entry point. So why am I telling you all this? I exited Ethereum as well. Yes, it's performing very well and it's a great entry point for buying. But if Bitcoin starts to drop now, and it will drop, the question is whether it will stop at the nearest support level. The nearest support level is right here, around $102,000. I don't think so. Why? Because notice how hard the buyers tried to push the price to an all-time high, apparently expecting a vertical takeoff. But that didn't happen. Here it is, high. That wasn't their all-time high, right? But on the 18th, as I mentioned in the previous review, there was a daily close for Bitcoin at the highest prices. That is, over there on the left, where the previous all-time highs were, there was no daily close at that level, like there was on May 18th, 2025. So here we had a confirmed all-time high, and immediately there was a sell-off. Here the buyer tries to push the price up again, and there's an even stronger sell-off. Helicopters meaning. There's a huge seller here. Yes, the buyer is stronger, putting in all their resources to push the price up. And it works. But look at the cost, there were some serious bearish engulfing patterns here. In other words, the market resisted, and resisted so strongly that when the all-time high was reached, it wasn't possible to make a vertical breakout. Here it is, right at the all-time high bullish pattern, something like a bullish triangle or flag. Interpret it as you wish. It should have broken upward and the trend should have accelerated vertically. But no, it broke downward here. The buyer ran out of strength. All their strength was spent trying to break through the resistance, apparently in the hope that the market would support this move, but it didn't. So the buyer has no power. That's it. And the question arises, will the buyer regain strength at the nearest support level? I don't think so. All the strength was spent on this very attempt. Moreover, if the buyers who spent all the strength pushing the price to the all-time high didn't get the movement they expected and are still in the market, at some point, naturally, they will start locking in their losses. This is called at some point, they will start locking in their losses and exiting by stop losses. When will this happen? Will it be now, as soon as Bitcoin consolidates below 106,000, or if the next support doesn't hold? I don't know. In general, I'm expecting a serious drop, at least through one support level, that is, down to $102,000. There, around 100,000, somewhere in that range, there will be buyers, maybe we'll stay there for a while, maybe we'll bounce. But I expect the price to fall further, at least down to around $92,000. And from there, we'll see whether there will be buying or not. So since I'm expecting a decline in Bitcoin, even though Ethereum and other altcoins look pretty good, I'm watching Ethereum against the dollar during this time. As for Bitcoin, yes, it looks good. It's possible that if Bitcoin drops, Ethereum, for example, won't fall as much, simply because it looks pretty good against Bitcoin. It's somewhere near the bottom, and against other altcoins, it's actually at a historical low. But if you look at it against the dollar, here we have an ascending triangle, the 200-day moving average on the daily chart, and today it broke out upwards, but failed to hold above. There's a huge wick, which indicates that there's a seller here. In fact, a big seller is present. This is an ascending triangle. The volumes also points to this. In an ascending triangle, and in triangles in general, volumes are characterized by a decrease, as the market waits to see which way the price will break out. And when the breakout happens, volumes should increase. But here, first of all, the volumes did not increase in the breakout, and secondly, the price failed to hold above. Thirdly, there is a huge seller in Bitcoin as well, and the potential for a decline is significant. There is also a huge seller here. Most likely, this will turn out to be a bull trap, and this ascending triangle will break downward. It's all very simple. I exited Ethereum, even though I bought it at the bottom, and even though these are pretty good long-term entry points right now, I locked in my profit and will stay on the sidelines. As you can see, my channel doesn't get many views on YouTube. Of course, I'll try to post more often. So I was away for a while, I didn't record anything for a few months, but still, when my channel gets few views, I don't have much motivation to make a lot of videos. But I do have active Telegram channels and Instagram accounts, the links to them will be in the description. There really is activity there, I interact with my audience and publish content. First of all, more often. And second, it's easier to post there, so I do it more quickly. So if you want to find out about any of my trades after the price drops, you'll definitely see it there first. I'll talk about it on YouTube as well, but I don't know with what kind of delay. In particular, the information I'm sharing with you in this video was given in advance to the people in my Telegram channel and Instagram account, so make sure to follow me on my social media. And don't forget about Bybit, the link is in the description. The best exchange. I recommend registering me referral link with the registration bonuses there, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, good luck, like the video and leave your comments. It helps promote the channel. The more views, the more motivated I am to make videos like this for you. Good luck.